Hi everybody, Alex Deployer from Expert Forex, and today I want to review the EA Calibrator, one of our newest tools that we've brought to the market to help EA traders trade more efficiently. So what does this EA Calibrator do? Now what a lot of people don't realize is that set files and optimized settings are of no use to you unless you are using the identical broker account that the tester or supplier of the set files is using. So calibration refers to the optimization of the EA that you're using for your particular broker account. It's useless using set files. You have to calibrate it to your broker account. Now, as I said previously, set files and supplied optimization settings are the most dangerous things on the market. It is a well-known fact that two traders using identical settings supplied by an EA provider, one can have a great profit and the other can run into a loss. And on the web page that you can see here, there are 19 factors mentioned, and there are a lot more, in fact, why this happens. Even within one broker, there are 5 different types of broker accounts. So you could get different results from the various broker accounts based on the commission and the lot sizing policies and all kinds of other things. The requote policies could, for instance, change. Other big thing is obviously time. The time zone. If you're using a broker in the US, you're using settings that were done in the Asian market, you're going to have differences. So they're huge amounts. I won't bore you by going through them, but I will flash them on the screen very slowly. I'll give you an idea of what they are. You'll even find charts where the 4-hour candles look different from one broker to the other because cutoff differences. So there are huge differences when you use different broker accounts, and again, that is why an EA using one set of settings cannot be applied to every broker account in the world. So how does this EA Calibrator work? It's very simple. You just download it, you install it on your strategy tester, and you run it. You don't have to do any settings for the EA or anything like that. That's already done for you, and you just run it. You don't need optimization skills or anything that complicated. The EA Calibrator will automatically calibrate the EA to your broker data and give you the best historical settings for any currency in a particular time frame. So you can get the best currencies for a particular time frame, and you can get the best time frames for a particular EA. And all of that is done automatically for you. Now what this means is that you never have to rely on your EA supplier or friends for set files. You don't need to use default settings anymore. You can update your settings on your own in future. You can create your own confidence and belief and opinion about the potential profitability of any EA. And in the end, you will be the master of your own financial destiny when using EAs to trade the Forex market. So let's have a look at the EA Calibrator in action. Here's an example. We have a really profitable EA called the Make Money EA. And in this example, the settings provided show a $7,500 profit over a 6-month period. Yeah, this is a little bit clearer. So there's your 7,500 profit. Nice, small drawdown, really efficient EA, nice profit factor, nice expected payoff, really efficient EA, nice success factor, and it has a high profitability compared to the losses that are incurred. So in general, that's what the supplier of this EA is telling the clients. This is what you should be achieving. But then when the client buys the EA and puts it onto his broker account and does exactly the same test for 6 months, suddenly there's a big loss. So let's have a look at that in a little bit more detail. So here's the loss, exactly the same period, the same currency, and the client has run into a huge loss. Here's the loss and a big drawdown. Success rate's not good and the losses are bigger than the profits. So suddenly the client says, now what you guys are a scam. You're selling scam EAs. Not so. Let's have a look. So what we then do is we take the EA Calibrator and apply it to this client's account. And in this case, the Calibrator resulted in a 5,870 profit. Not the same as the advertised profit, but at least now there's a big change from making a huge loss to a bit of a profit. So let's have a look at that. Yes, that's nice. It's doubled the account in 6 months, so it's not too bad. Low drawdown, nice success rate, low losses, high profits. That's the kind of thing we're looking for in an EA. And the testing is at 99% quality. So let's move on. So then we take that same EA Calibrator and start testing other currencies, and look what happened then. The EA Calibrator was used to test other currencies, and the client found the best currency for that particular EA on his particular broker, and the results were 14,646. Okay, and here we are. There's the 14,000, nice low drawdown. Now that's 3 times, over 6 months, that's 3 times the capital that was used to trade this. It's got a nice success rate. It's got a low loss per transaction and a high profit per transaction. All the good things we want in an EA. So this money-making EA is pretty good. But if the client did not use the EA Calibrator, he would be stuck over here and he wouldn't know what to do. In a nutshell, let's just summarize this. The supplier supplied $7,500 worth of profitability in their settings. When the same settings were applied on the client account, it resulted in a loss. The EA Calibrator then calibrated the EA Calibrator then calibrated the EA for that particular client's account, and it gave them a much improved profitability on that particular broker account. The EA Calibrator was then used to find the best currency for that particular account, and it increased the profitability to almost double what the original EA supplier said. So it just shows you the power of this EA Calibrator. Clearly, the Calibrator improves your chances of success tremendously by automatically calibrating your EA to your broker account and helping you find the best currency to trade. Okay, so who is this Calibrator meant for? It's really meant for the person who has bought a number of EAs and they have all failed. And strangely enough, they've all failed because obviously the person buying the EAs is not calibrating those EAs to their broker account. They are using the broker setting. Now I must say that this EA Calibrator is an entry-level tool for EA owners to help calibrate the EA to their broker account. It's meant for people with very little optimization experience or calibration skills. It is not a total EA management solution, but it gets you to the point where you can now have confidence in the EA that you're trading. So now the big question, how do I get hold of this? It's actually part of all our set and forget EAs. So as you can see on the screen, all our clients need to do is go to our forum and download the EA Calibrator files and then implement them and test the EAs. So it's a very simple, it's a standard tool that we supply purchases of our EAs, and you can see the list of EAs there. Those blues are all clickable links, as the forum is also a clickable link. Now what if you don't have any of our EAs? So we have here a form that you can fill in that basically just give us the email address you want us to contact you at and tell us which EA, which broker and which time frame you need a calibrator for, and we will contact you regarding the supply. So all you do is you click here, give us that information, and we'll get back to you. Not immediately, we'll get back to you when that calibrator is available. So I hope you found this interesting. It's a really great tool. As you can see, it produces great results. It really will change the person who has bought lots of EAs and has failed. You can now go back to all your EAs and test them, and you might find out why your EAs have failed, because you have not calibrated your EA to your own broker account. The most important step of EA trading. So to access the EA Calibrator, please use this link. that is supplied in your top right hand corner, or it will also be supplied in the description of this video. I hope you've enjoyed the video. From me, Alex Employee, cheerio.